Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Rocket League Jeopardy, the fourth in this series as we finally get through our first month. But let's go ahead and take a look at two new contestants and one actually old. The first time that we're having a repeat contestant. They say that Rocket League is the first game that they put more than 1,000 hours into. And that is actually the first game they played competitively as well. So welcome back from last week, Claymore.
Hello.
Secondly, someone that you all know and love. He ended up losing a basketball game 74-14. He did drop 5 of those 14 points though. And he also says that he's a Pokemon master. Might have to test that in the future. But it is the one, the only Asphira.
Come on, boys, let's go, boys. What's up?
And finally, for your third contestant on tonight's show, they did a handstand on the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., but they're still here with us. It is Manny L.R. I go from Bruden Parker. It's an academy because I'm used to playing them at Alabama. And I am your host, Skyline, as we get in today's show. We did some stuff behind the scenes to determine who would go first, and Asphira actually ended up getting it right on the money, but let's go ahead and look at our categories for today. So our categories are going to be Rocket Labs. So the Rocket Labs maps are what we are talking about in specific. We will need the name of that map based off the description. All right, your second category is going to be Twitter famous. So I am going to describe someone to you from Twitter in the Rocket League community, whether it be a quote tweet from them or just an overall description, and you're going to have to give me the name of that person. Category 3 is going to be partial logos. So this is all about RLCS logos from any team that is currently in RLCS. I am going to give you a partial version of that, and you're going to have to guess what logo that team is for. All right. Category 4 is going to be Golden Strikers. This is going to be any player that has earned a Golden Striker title for their region. All right. Category 5 is going to be Team Vitality. Now, what this means is any player that has ever played for Team Vitality is on this list. So that means it could be, I can't give answers, obviously, so I'm not going to go ahead and give you hints. But if they've been on Team Vitality, it's very possible that they are on this list. And finally, if we're getting an EU powerhouse, might as well get a throwback of an NA powerhouse in G2. Again, another team that it will be players that have been on this roster. So it can be anyone that has touched G2. Like I said, Asphira, you won the behind the scenes, so you get to pick first of what you would like.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm gonna farm that Twitter famous category, so I'm gonna just go Twitter famous 1,000 because I'm feeling pretty confident in that.
Twitter famous 1,000 right off the rip. All right, your question is going to be garnering a lot of attention on Twitter, both positive and negative, when all they did was post screenshots. Manny, you need to make sure that you wait till I finish reading the question, or else you're disqualified.
My fault.
You are
good.
Yeah.
On me.
You're good. I will reread the question. Garnering a lot of attention on Twitter, both positive and negative, when all they did was post screenshots of their tubes matches with and against pros and content creators with a simple caption "GGs" with their ads following. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Topher?
Topher is correct. So Claymore getting the first 1,000 points on the board now. Topher, since that was right, Claymore, you get to choose the next one you like.
Let me get Twitter famous 800.
Twitter famous for 800. Former pro player turned Twitter coach. They have recently been receiving a good amount of attention for posting ways to improve your gameplay for free on Twitter, explaining certain areas of gameplay with short videos showing examples of how to fix it, while also offering coaching through Discord. That is going to be Asphira.
All right, who is Kinsey?
Kinsey is correct. So that is 800 on the board for Asphira, and he takes control right back of the board. Asphira, you get to choose once again.
Might as well just get rid of him, right? Twitter famous 600. Let's go that
600. Well, how did I know that this category would be the one that gets picked first? All right, but for 600, your question or your statement is going to be a member of Team Twitter Indignitas. They swim around Twitter daily and posted this quote tweet responding to something Hawksher posted on September 14th, 2024. Don't go flaccid on me, Hawkcock. You the goat. Head up. That is going to be Asphira.
Who is Fisher?
Fisher is correct.
Bro, the first sentence I knew that one. I can't lie.
I just had to get something embarrassing there from like I just looked through tweets and that's the first thing that pops up and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. All right, Basfera, you get to choose once again.
All right, let's just keep rolling through them. Twitter famous 400.
So I wonder if any of these other categories are going to go touched, but for now, Twitter famous for 400 is going to be being on Twitter is this person's bread and butter, as they have over 52,000 posts and over 17,000 followers, with their pin tweet being joined at Deleted Gaming as social media manager. That's Asphira.
Who is GC in disguise?
GC in disguise is correct. That is going to be 1,800 for Asphira and 1,000 for Claymore. As I wonder what the what the next one.
Yeah, let's just run it off. 200 Twitter famous. That's last one in the category. Let's
all right, go on ahead and get in one category so we can at least try the rest of the board. Your final question for the Twitter famous category is streamer, music artist, college grad, and Twitter addict with over 60,000 posts and 33,000 followers posted this on April 18, 2025. MF speed DDoSing and getting D's on assignments. How you bad at those things? That's Asphira.
I mean, like, who is Asphira?
That is correct. Who is Asphira is right.
Come on! Listen, all I gotta say is I knew the Topher one too. That's all I'm gonna say. So I would have got a perfect score on that. All right, that's good.
I knew all of those. I just couldn't click the thing.
Alrighty. Well, now we get to try some of the different categories. So, Asphira, which one would you like to start anew?
All right. I'm gonna do a random one. I'll do a Rocket Lab 600.
Rocket Labs for 600, and that is going to be. You won't find one of these here, as this Rocket League map has both goals in the ground rather than on the wall, so good luck getting around this one when there's no fine print to be found.
Well, I should have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the map is. I just don't remember the name of it.
There's goals on the ground?
That is time.
Yeah.
Yes, I try to give hints with these Rocket League maps, something you'll see in a lot of the statements. So if you don't know the answer, maybe look through the statement a little bit quick.
If we get it wrong, we lose points?
Yes, you do. So that's why you've got to be a little strategic. But the answer here is loophole. The answer is loophole. That's the name of the map. And I try to give some hints by saying you won't find one of these here because there's no fine print to be found. So just, I know it's a little bit hard to kind of dissect from that, but no one gains points, no one loses points, so all is good. And Asphira, you get to choose once again.
Oh, okay. Let's do partial logos for 600.
Partial logos for 600. This is going to be the only category that I've ever done where there is no statement. I'm just going to show the partial version of the logo, so you can buzz in once you know it immediately. All right, so your partial logo is. That's going to be Asphira.
What is Carmine Court?
Carmine is correct.
Yeah, that one actually low-key. That one
of the Y.
Bro, I could not tell.
Bro, that one low-key got me for a bit. I can't lie. That one actually looked like so weird. All right,
it does look a little weird. That's why I was like, do I put it a little bit easier since it's a team that everyone knows, or do I put it harder just because the way it's shaped is like very hard to tell? But Asphira, you got it, so you get to choose again.
All right, let's do Rocket Labs 400. I don't even know. Let's try that. All
right, Rocket Labs for 400. Your statement here. This Rocket Labs map offers you 2 places to score on rather than 1, both of them being on the left and right sides of a pillar angled at a 45-degree angle, given why the name is so straightforward describing the map in the name. Manny.
Is it double goal?
That is incorrect.
Oh, bro, no, I forgot.
Bro, it's annoying because I know what it looks like, but I don't know the name, bro.
So Claymore or Asphira, you are given a chance to steal if you would like.
I think I'm good. I can't lie. I don't know.
I'm good.
I don't know this one.
All right. So that is time. Now, I am gonna give y'all an option because Manny, you were technically right, and you did technically phrase it in a question because you said "is it," but usually you have to say what. You have to do propositions like what, who, when, where. So do we?
Yeah.
I will allow the peanut gallery Asphere and Claymore. Do y'all think we should allow that or and be fair? Or,
I say give it to him. Like, he didn't
I
know.
say I give it to him. He at least said, "Is it?"
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did. So
like-
I will give it to him, but just try to keep it to who, what, when, where, why, how. That
Yes,
kind
sir.
of stuff.
Hey, I appreciate
But
that.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Manny.
it's literally called double goal. Okay,
Yeah, it's literally called double goal. That's why I said it's so
Okay.
straightforward.
Yeah. All right.
All right, but Manny, you get to go ahead and choose your first category or question.
All right, give me G2 Esports for 800.
E2 for 800. Remember, we're gonna need the player based on the description. Right? Player is going to be. No, this Canadian player is not a type of coffee. They are a world champion. Not with G2 though. That was on the team only for 2 months before leaving. It's gonna be Claymore.
Who is Kronovi?
That is incorrect. So someone can steal Manny or Asphyra. That is going to be Manny.
Lachinio?
That is incorrect. Asphyra, would you like to steal?
Hold on. Wait, what? That was on. No, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Again, man, you got it right, but that time you did not phrase
Yeah,
it
I
as a
know,
question.
bro.
Yeah, you did not
I'm
phrase it as a
misremembering, bro.
question.
I got
So
to,
it
man.
was
That's on me.
Lachinio though. So the answer was right.
Squishy. Oh my god.
Squishy.
Squishy.
Bro, I don't know why.
All
Nah,
right,
let me lock in. Let me lock in.
I should have known that. Oh my god. Okay.
All good though. So since no one got that one right, Manny, since you're the last one to choose from, you get to choose again.
Give me Team Vitality 400.
Team Vitality for 400. This player joined Vitality in April 2022 and left in October of 2024, but not before they helped Team Vitality become a dominant powerhouse. Just overlook all of their own goals. That's going to be Manny.
Who is Radosin?
Who is Radosin is correct.
Oh, there, yeah.
I heard like the gears turning as you were taking a second to like
Bro.
think of the who is.
yeah, that's exactly what I did, bro.
I mean, hey, it worked out. You got the question right, and you get to choose from the board again.
Give me G2 Esports 600.
For 600. A mountain of a player to try and overcome. They were on G2 from 2016 all the way to early 2019. Excuse that for saying EV, I meant early. Before joining Rogue and making a top 4 run with them at Worlds, eventually losing to G2 to make the grand final. That's going to be Manny again.
Who is Kronovi?
That indeed is Kronovi.
I pressed it the same damn time.
I feel like we all knew it when we heard the word mountain.
Yeah,
Wait for the click.
Yeah, like I said, there is a lot of hints based on this. Some of them are like very obvious like that. Some of them are a little bit harder to piece together. So, we make it a little interesting in here. All right, but Manny, go ahead and choose again.
Give me Team Vitality for 600.
Okay, Vitality for 6. They played on Vitality all the way back in 2018 and left the team on New Year's Day of 2020. But before they left, they won a world championship in mid-2019 and came in second place the very next Worlds at the end of 2019. Right, time. This one, a little bit confusing, and I could kind of see why, but it's Scrubkilla. Scrubkilla was on
I
the
was
team
thinking
when
K-Up or Fairy Peak. That's what I was thinking.
Wait, I didn't know he got second the next Worlds.
Yeah, he got second at the next Worlds, and Scrub did leave early. K-Dop and Fairy Peak were both on the team for a while after that, so that's kind of like the giveaway was the 2019. All right, all good though again. No one loses points, no one gains points, and we can just go right back into the board.
Give me G2 Esports 1000.
Getting the Vitality and G2 questions out of the way. Gonna go with the 1000 here. This player turned from a temporary stand-in during Season X to a main roster player during the 21-22 fall split, but it wouldn't last long as they would end up switching teams 4.5 months later. That's gonna be Manny.
Who is Drees?
Drees is correct.
Damn.
That gets 1000 to Manny, moving him only 1,000
replaced my goat, bro.
Asphyra.
How could I forget that?
It looks like Manny is a lover of the G2 team and is kind of showing with the answers. So
You
Manny,
got dang right, and I'm going G2 for 400, baby. Come on, let's go.
just going for the sweep. I get it. All right, for 400. A legend in the scene for G2, now a content creator for Shopify Rebellion. This player could never be forgot, whether it be for their insane gameplay back in the day or for their Rocket League relationship with another content creator / artist who has a flick and tag in the game based off of them. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Rizzo?
Rizzo is correct. Rizzo the Rizzler indeed. You get to choose now, Claymore.
Let me get Vitality 1000.
Getting the second of the two out of the way for 1,000 is going to be this abnormal player was on the first ever iteration of the Team Vitality roster back in 2018, but it was short-lived as they were on the team for only 5 months before leaving to go to Team Secret. Manny.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Who is Freaky? Nah, that's wrong, bro.
What if I told you that is right?
What? Wait, nah.
That was my guess too. I wasn't confident though. Oh man.
Dude, I didn't think about the Team Secret, bro. I was thinking about Veloce for some reason.
No, you literally said who is Freaky and said that's probably wrong.
It's like, nah, you're right. Yes, good guess. Dang, that's a good guess.
All right, so Manny now tied for the lead with Asphira. You get to choose from the board of what you would like.
All right, give me partial logos for 800.
Back to the partial logos. All right, your partial logo is... That is going to be Claymore.
What is Twisted Minds?
Twisted Minds is correct. That puts you up to 1,400 as now all 3 players are in the 4 digits. And Claymore, you get to choose which one you'd like now.
Let me get partial logos 1000.
Oh, the partial logo for 1,000. Let's see if anyone can get this one.
Oh wait, my buzz is locked.
Oh, my bad. All right, 5 seconds starts now.
Bro, what in the...
What? I'm so
what is that, bro?
I feel like I gotta guess something. Wild card?
Wild card is incorrect.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that.
That's not a bad guess.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
that's not a bad guess.
One of y'all can still if you would like to, but we'll see.
Dude, I have literally no idea.
All right, that is time. Yeah, it was a little bit confusing, but you'll understand it when you see it. The team we were looking for is the SSA Takeover team, Foot Esports.
I forgot about that star thing.
Yeah.
No way.
Yep, the little star that goes above their logo. All good though. Manny unfortunately lost a little bit of points, but you're still in it. Still plenty of game to go, so you get to choose once again.
Oh, me?
Or was it you that?
No, I thought I had it.
Oh, my bad.
I'm
forgetting stuff for you. See, just correct me like that. Yeah, but go ahead, choose.
Let me get partial logos 400.
400, all right. 400 is. That's gonna be Manny.
Damn it. Who is the Ultimates?
The Ultimates is correct. Getting 400 back from that one. Now Manny. Now the board is yours.
G2 for 200.
G2 for 200, getting the last G2 out of the way. No matter how badly we wanted this Canadian-born player to win a world championship, that bled G2 red nearly their whole career. They could just never obtain it, finishing at 2nd place twice at the world championship. That is going to be Asphira.
Who is Jnaps?
Jnaps is correct. Just be a little careful. You're like on the very edge of like clicking the buzzer. Yeah, clicking the buzzer like right before I finish. Okay. All right, but Asphira, you get to choose again.
All right, we haven't touched this one yet. Let's go Golden Strikers for 600.
All right, for 600, your Golden Striker is going to be... They could always come up with a good scheme to help them pave the way to an open net, as this player won the Golden Striker Award for NA in Season 4, helping their team reach a top 3 at Worlds that same season, before finally winning it all only 2 seasons later with that same team. That's going to be Manny.
Who is Squishy Muffins?
Squishy is incorrect. So Claymore, Asphira, you can steal if you would like.
So I got
You
a
can
buzz.
have this if you want.
Yeah, you can buzz. You have to buzz if you want to. So Asphira,
Okay. I'm gonna just throw a guess. Who is Justin? I don't know.
Justin is incorrect.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Claymore, would you like to
I
steal?
don't want it. No.
You don't want it.
No,
So okay.
no,
So
I
Who is
know
it?
it.
Manny, yeah, go ahead. I want you to say who it is. Then you won't get points off or right for it. But
Who is Gimmick?
Gimmick is correct. You had the right
Oh
team, just the
wow.
wrong player. So
Dude,
unfortunate.
my brain was seeing the NA Season 4 top 3 worlds, winning 2 seasons later, and I was like, squishy, but it just wasn't, man.
Yeah, that's like I try to give the hint was like they could always come up with a good scheme, and a scheme is a gimmick.
True.
All good though. I mean, not too much points lost, and like I said, we still have double Jeopardy board, plenty of time. You don't gotta worry about it. But you know, the more points, the better. Either way, which one we go next?
Oh wait, it's me. Oh
Yeah.
Golden Strikers 1,000. Let's go
For
that.
1,000. All right, getting the second to last 1,000-point question off the board. A player who's known for their calculations, they came into SAM finishing third in RLCS quals for Season 7 on Erodium, barely missing out on a world spot, but they left their mark finishing with a 1.5 true score, earning them the title of SAM's Golden Striker. It's going to be Asphira.
Who is Math?
Math is correct.
I have no
Wow.
idea.
You got it, bro. I would have not got that.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, so Asphira, once again, the board is back to you.
All right, Golden Strikers 800.
For 800. In Season 8, Europe had an emergence of a new Golden Striker from Denmark. Their team went into it as a heavy favorite to make the World Championship, but a reverse sweep would stop their dreams from reaching Worlds, and the team that reverse swept them would make top 4 at Worlds.
No idea.
I haven't got a clue.
That
I
is time. So the player we were looking for was Who is Ranaki?
Dude, I
Ranaki
thought about it
I would
last second
not.
too. I thought about it last second too.
Yeah, where
Oh,
he was on FC Barcelona playing with Devo, and I believe it was Itachi at the time, or Bluey. I forget which
it was
one of
Bluey.
the
It was
two.
Bluey.
It was
Bluey,
Bluey.
yeah.
Yeah, but then they ended up getting reverse swept like every single league play match they played, and they got reverse swept by Dignitas in a best of 7 to not make Worlds. And then Dignitas would go on to make top 4. So very unfortunate, but either way, board is still open.
Let's go Rocket Labs 1,000.
Rocket Labs 4,000, getting the last 1,000-point question off the board is going to be: the only obstacle on this map is the 4 big pillars surrounding the middle of the field in a diamond shape. Other than that, you don't feel fenced in unless you're stuck in that diamond. All right, no one really a big fan of the Rocket Labs maps, I can tell. So the map we were looking for here is Barricade.
Oh yeah, I'd have gotten that wrong.
I was about to say Coliseum, bro. Like, I don't know what that is, bro.
Yeah, Barricade is just
man.
like, it's mainly used for Heat Seeker. It's just got like 4 big pillars in the middle, 2 on the one on the right, 1 on the left, 1 in the middle,
Yeah.
you know, far. So, but again, no one loses, no one gains, and we just move on to the next question.
Partial logos 200.
Getting the last partial logo off the board. It's going to be. That was going to be Claymore.
What is
Dang.
G?
Your mic cut out. Could you say that one more time?
What is Gen G?
All right, yeah, that's what I thought. I was just making sure, but Gen G is correct. So you do get the 200 points for that, and you get to choose which question you would like next.
Let me get Team Vitality 800.
Team Vitality for 800. This player joined at the same exact time as another player back in 2022 and even shared half of their name with the player that they joined with. They just filled the main roster spot until the other player's suspension from playing in RLCS was up. There's going to be Manny.
Who is Sizen?
Sizen is correct.
Damn.
Manny with the ball knowledge for Vitality.
Winter Major that season, top 6. I don't forget.
Yes, sir. I say he's a heavy ball knower of the RLCS. All right, but what would you like next, Manny?
Give me Team Vitality 200.
Getting the last one of the 2 right side of the board off. On the team from 2022 to now, they have redefined how we play the game of Rocket League, also helping lead Vitality to their second ever World Championship win. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Zen?
That is Zen. That is going to be Sizen and Zen in the same one. Just get the two differences. Obviously, one's a little bit easier than the other. But either way, that is going to go back to you, Claymore. You got 4 to choose from.
Let me get Golden Strikers 400.
Golden Strikers for 400. That is going to be Italy knows how to score, and this player is the definition of a golden striker for their country, as they could score in any car, whether it be the Octane or the Batmobile. They won the Golden Striker Award for EU twice, once in Season 3 and one in Season 6. It's going to be Asphira.
All right, who is Cookster 97?
Cookser is correct.
Let's go.
Only 3 remaining, and we still have the daily double on the board for the first one, so it could be any of these 3. Asphira, take your pick.
Let's do Golden Strikers for 200.
Golden Strikers for 200. Question here. This player's nickname fits them well, as they've led NA twice for the Golden Striker Award, once in Season 5 and once in Season 7 while on NRG. Since then, they've retired but still work with NRG. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Garrett G?
Garrett G is correct. Claymore up to 2,000 now, as all 3 of our players have reached that 2,000 plus mark. Only 2 questions
The last
remain.
bit of that question helped a lot.
Yep.
Let me get Rocket Labs 800.
All right, Rocket Labs 800, and look at that. We finally have our daily double tap. So Claymore, you get to choose how much you would like to wager on this out of your 2,000 points.
Do I have to say it or do I have to DM it?
You have to say it. You don't DM it until Final Jeopardy.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. I just want to wager 100.
You just want to wager 100?
Yeah, I don't want to wager much.
Playing the safe route here. All right, your question. Remember, the only player that can answer this is Claymore. Your question is going to be, one of the more OG Rocket League's Labs maps. It has 2 of these in the middle of the map, splitting the map into 3 sections, one on the right, one on the left, and one right down the middle, all connecting back near both goals at each side.
I have no idea.
That is time. Yeah, so only 100 points lost. Not terrible. Good thing you played it safe. But the answer we were looking for is, what is Pillars?
Oh, I low-key knew that one, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Not really.
Pillars is one of the OG ones where it's just like the big, I don't even know how to really explain it. It's got 2 big pillars on the map. That's as simple as that. But either way, we will now get to one more question before we head to our small little break. And Claymore, if you want to go ahead and just read off what we're going to be playing for the last.
We get Rocket Labs for 200.
Rocket Labs for 200. Let's see if one person can get a Rocket Labs map right. It's going to be, it has 2 pillars connecting from the ground to the ceiling in the middle of each spot inside the number 8, making it look like something that would hold sand inside. Manny.
What is Hourglass?
Hourglass is correct.
Oh.
So that was a very hint-based question there, but it seems that it helped out, unless, Manny, you just knew the map.
That was a snipe. That was a snipe.
That was a snipe. All right. For the first one on Double Jeopardy is going to be player anthems. I'm going to describe a player anthem based on like the album that it's on and possibly the people who sing it. I just need the name of the anthem itself or the song. Number 2 is going to be field variants. Now, this one might seem a little bit tricky, but the only thing I'm asking for is the name of the variant of the field. So say, for example, I'm not asking for like Man Field. I'm not asking for DFH Stadium. I'm going to describe to you what maps have these types of variants. And then you have to tell me, the variant that I'm describing. So for example, like the variant could be Manfield Day or like Manfield Night, that kind of thing. Third is going to be earnings check. We're going to go over players' earnings, what spot they are in the world in their earnings, and just get a little bit more about like their achievements. And based on earnings and achievements, you have to tell me who that player is. Number 4 is numbered players. This is players that have numbers in their name. It could be anywhere in their name, doesn't have to be at the beginning or end. And the question is going to give the numbers themselves somewhere inside the question. Once you figure out the numbers, it should be decently easy to piece 2 and 2 together, but just in case, there are some hints laid out as well. Category 5 is going to be antennas. There's going to be photos of antennas in the game and a description with them. You just have to give me the name of the antenna. And then 6, if we're going antennas, you might as well make the top of the car look a little bit sophisticated and cool with toppers. So same exact thing with antennas. I show you a photo and give a description. You just tell me the name of the topper. That is all 6 of our categories going into Double Jeopardy. And since Manny, you were the one who got the last question right on the first board, you get to choose which one you'd like to start off with on the second.
Alrighty. Give me earnings check 800.
Earnings check for 800. All right. That is going to be explosive on the field in the earnings show, as they have the second highest earnings ever in RLCS history, accompanied by their 2 major wins in 21-22 and 2024, totaling them to $640,544 made all time. I'm kind of shocked no one got this one. It's going to seem a little confusing, but once you hear the player, it all makes sense.
Oh wait, I know it. I know.
Well, as for you, would you like to say it?
I mean, who is Atomic?
Atomic was correct.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was
Atomic.
thinking Explosive Gyro at first, but I'm like, he hasn't made that much money and he hasn't won a major yet.
Nah, that plus I wouldn't give the name directly like that. But I mean, Explosive, Atomic, same thing. Either way, again, no one taking the risk, so no one loses or gains. And Manny, you get to choose the next one.
Give me toppers 400.
Toppers for 400 is going to be: when you wear this, you look like you were sent from the heavens and down to the earth to wreak havoc on the field. That is going to be Claymore.
What is a Halo?
Halo is correct. Claymore now moving up to 2,300, only 100 behind second place in Manny. Keep an eye on that, but Claymore, you get to choose which one you like next.
I'm gonna get an earnings check 2,000.
Earnings check for 2,000, getting the heavy hitter out of the way already. It's going to be: even though this Brazilian-born player has no major achievements except for a first-place finish at Gamers 8 2022, they are the second highest-paid Brazilian player of all time, barely making the top 25 in the 24th spot with $394,977. That's going to be Asfira.
Oh god. All right. I'm gonna say, who is Yan or Yanks?
Yan is incorrect. So Manny or Claymore, you can steal if you like. The buzzer is back active. Manny.
Give me Kaio. Or who is Kaio? Who is Kaio?
Kaio is incorrect. Bring you down to 400. So Claymore, it's up to you. Would you like to steal or would you like to pass?
You know what? We're gonna go for it.
All right, Claymore.
Who is Lost?
Lost is incorrect. Every
Yo,
player
who is
getting it
this?
wrong. The player, it's so unfortunate y'all are forgetting about him, is the third player that teamed with Yan and Kaio during that Gamers 8
Card?
win. It was Card.
Damn it.
Card is the second highest.
Oh, I didn't know he made
Brazilian.
that much money. I can't lie.
Mhm.
I didn't think he made that much. All right.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's making bank.
I fought Card.
All right, but even though all 3 players got it wrong, I mean, I guess it kind of evens out then, since everyone lost the same amount of points. So go ahead and just choose from the next one.
Give me field variants 400.
Okay, field variants for 400. Beckwith Park, Driftwoods, Farmstead, Manfield, Salty Shores, Urban Central, and Wasteland all have this field variant, which dims the lighting by changing the time of day to this. That is going to be Claymore.
What is Night?
Night is correct. Also, will accept
Oh,
Midnight,
wow.
since Midnight was the one for Beckwith Park. Yeah, that is going to be 400 for Claymore, now moving you up to second place. And you get to choose which one you like.
One moment, hold on.
A little bit of technical difficulties.
Okay, sorry.
That clock, man.
You are all
Let's
good.
see. Let me get field variance 1200.
Field variance for 1200. The question here. Farmstead and Wasteland have both received touch-ups to the floors of their maps recently, and while a good amount of maps have as well other than these two, they specifically share the name for the type of variant this map is. Alright, that is time. The name of the variant of the map we are looking for is Pitched. It is called a pitched map whenever they added all the grass to it.
I was just thinking grass, bro.
That's
That's all
what
I can
I knew
remember.
most people would think that too. Is like, what is grass? And I'm just like, I gotta make it a little bit more clear, but no one got it right, no one got it wrong.
Let me get an earnings check for 1600.
For 1600, your player here. Ranked 5th all time in earnings, you'd have to think this player is crazy to reach top 5 above other well-known players, and they are, earning most of their $587,638 from their World Championship win in 21-22 and their major one in 2024. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Atachi?
Tachi is incorrect. So Manny or Espiro can steal Manny.
Who is Seiko?
Seiko is correct.
Oh, good guess. Dang, that's good.
So that is Manny now
Oh,
moving
you
into
said World
first
Championship.
place
Damn it.
from that one question. Manny, you now get to choose which one you'd like as the first place player and the last one to get right.
Give me earnings check 1200.
1200, getting this earnings check out of the way, learning how much players are making, I guess. 1200. Barely cracking the top 10 with $518,270. This youngin is moving up quickly, only being in the league a little over 3 years, and becoming an icon the second they joined, even though they only have one major win that was earned in 2024. Manny.
Is it? Who is Atachi?
Atachi is incorrect. So, Asphira or Clay, you can steal. That is going to be Claymore.
Who is Daniel?
Daniel is correct.
Damn.
He's
It's
already
either
up to,
Daniel or it was Juicy.
Yep. I mean, he is moving up quick. Already top 10, and he's only been in the league 3 years. Kind of crazy. But that puts you back into the positives and allows you to choose once again.
All right, let me get. Let me get field variance 2000.
Field variants for 2,000. All right, your field variant here. Forbidden Temple is the home of the only arena that looks like this, with the orange side being charred and burned and the blue side being froze over. Complete opposites come together to make this map variant.
I don't know what it's called, bro. Oh man.
Right, that is time. The name of the variant, pretty simplistic for what you think. It's just called Fire and Ice.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Is all it's called is Fire and Ice.
they still need to fix the lighting on that map.
They do really need to fix it, the lighting. They need to fix a lot on that map. I ain't gonna lie. It looks cool, but it's terrible to play on. Either way, we'll just go right back into the board.
Let me get field variance 1600.
Okay, field variants for 1600. Neo Tokyo, known for their many map reskins, had this one in specific meant for them, turning everything into a more cartoony version of the original map, like it's straight out of a book. That is going to be Claymore.
What is Neo Tokyo Arcade?
Arcade is incorrect. So Manny or Asphira, one of y'all can steal if you'd like to.
I'm gonna start. Let's start having fun. Let's go. I'm gonna start throwing some guesses. All right. What is Neo Tokyo? I don't know.
He's
Comic.
Comic is correct.
That's crazy.
No way.
All right, I'll take that. I guess
1600 for Asphira.
Wow.
Put him up to 3200. And Arcade, while yes, it's not exactly like cartoony-ish. It's more of retro to a degree, because they made it look like an arcade. So either way, Asphira, you get to choose which one you like from the board.
Let's do antennas for 1200.
All right, getting the first one out of the antennas category. Gonna be this ball of joy sure is happy to be holding on for dear life on a small metal rod sticking out of the cars. That is gonna be Claymore.
What is smiley face?
I will take that. It is just Smiley, but Smiley is correct. So that is gonna bring you back to within 100 of going back to positive. So Claymore, you get to choose again.
Let me get an earnings check for 400.
All right, finishing out the first category in Double Jeopardy. The most dominant player of the open era, this player has accumulated nearly $1 million, earning them the top spot of earnings made in Rocket League. This is helped by the fact that they've won 3 majors in Season X, a major and the World Championship in 21-22, the Esports World Cup, and the 2024 Worlds. Claymore.
Who is Monkey Moon?
Monkey Moon is correct. Yeah, nearly $1 million. It's actually insane.
That is insane.
He's making bank.
He really is. He literally is. He's just goated. Alrighty, Claymore, that puts you back positive and lets you choose again.
Sorry, what is numbered players? What is that again?
So I am going to give you a description of a player that has numbers in their name. It can be anywhere in their name, and I'm also going to include.
Okay.
I'm going to include those numbers in the question itself. So it will be pointed out. It's just you have to like piece them together.
Yeah, let me get numbered players 2000.
Number players already okay. Just diving into the 2000 after giving a description. All right, for the 2000 question, it is going to be: born in the 90s, this German-born player started playing the game since the supersonic acrobatic rocket-powered battle card days, with their best finish in RLCS being in the second season, losing in the finals at the World Championship. There's going to be Manny LR.
Who is Pashy 90?
Pashy 90 is correct.
Oh, what a guess. That
was nice. I forgot about that play completely.
He was the GOAT, bro. He was the GOAT.
Pashy 90 now puts you up to 2,800 and allows you to choose again, Manny.
Give me numbered players 1600.
1600. Once he figures out the RLCS categories, he's just gonna go for him.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's working out. Let's see if it works out here at the 1600. You can't say that this Swedish-born player has zero talent because they were ahead of their time when they played. Even though they never won a major event, they did come close to it back in the 4th season of RLCS. That is going to be Manny again.
Who is Metzenaris?
Metzenaris is incorrect. So that is going to be Claymore Asphira. One of y'all can still if you'd like to. Asphira.
Who is Magnus?
Magnus is also incorrect.
What? That's wrong. No way.
So Claymore, you can steal if you'd like to.
The only Swedish player I'm thinking of is Turbo, and that's wrong. So no, go ahead.
Alrighty. The answer we were looking for is the second place finisher in the 4th season on Team Method. His name was A Lot. Who is A Lot?
I didn't know he was sweet. Oh,
That's-
yeah, he had the 0 instead of the O, so that was why it says 0
I
talent.
didn't know he was Swedish.
I thought he was like
I thought he was like Denmark or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Nah, I was shocked about that too, but he is Swedish,
Damn.
so unless
I thought-
Wikipedians
damn.
leading me astray.
I thought I had that one.
All right,
Let's go.
well, the board is back to you.
Let's go 1200 numbered players.
1200 for the numbers. Back during the first major after COVID, this French players team placed top 4, and they've been tied for top 5 at Worlds during the 4th and 7th season at Worlds. That's the most success they've seen at LAN.
I'm so confused.
That is time. So the 2 numbers were the 4 and the 5, and that makes 45 for Chaussette 45.
Oh,
no.
Forgot.
That's right.
Yep, Chaussette was that answer. But again, no one gaining or losing, so we just go right back into it where we started.
Go numbered players 400.
For 400, getting the easy one out of the way. With 5 Rocket League awards won during 2024, 1 won during 2022, and 1 more award won in 2022 for being the male player of the year for the Saudi Esports Federation, this MENA player is a threat on the pitch. It's going to be Asphira.
Who is TRK 511?
That is correct. TRK
Get it.
511.
Let's
For
go. Let's
now
go.
moving
Had a
back up to
feeling.
2000. This is one of the
I-
lower scoring games I've actually seen. So, but it's still very close, and anyone could still take this home, which is kind of crazy. But as for you get to choose again.
All right, let's go. Let's finish off number players 800.
All right, number players. That is actually our daily double tap for the daily double Jeopardy. All right, for double Jeopardy, Asphira, you now get to wager how much you would like.
I'm gonna wager everything, all my points, 2,000.
So you're going all 2,000 for this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, a big
Let's do it.
gambling man I see. Let's see if it pays off for you. Your
Let's go.
question is going to be: this Irish-born player had played in RLCS Season 1, where them and their team would finish top 3 at Worlds.
Irish. Irish. Wait. Okay. I mean, before time runs out, hold on. This Irish-born player played RCS.
3.
Yo, what?
2.
Irish?
You gotta throw an answer out now.
Who is
I
oh my.
Yeah, I got it kind of wrong. Now. I gotta get it wrong.
Who the hell is Irish? Who is Irish?
So
I'm so
Asphira, that drops you to 0 points. But the answer we were looking for is the player who is Mike Rolls. Mike
Who the
Are
hell is
you
that?
serious?
He played.
way,
with-
bruh.
He was the teammate of Cookser 97 on Flipside
He's
Tactics.
I would
Irish.
have got that. I would have got that.
He
There
is
was no way
indeed
you-
Irish. Oh, poor Asphira.
Man, okay,
Going
that's it.
through the
I'm
motions, bro.
gonna go crazy now. No, I have no choice but to go crazy now. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. I mean, you still get to choose
Bro.
which ones you like next from the board. So,
All right, let's do toppers 2,000. I need points.
Uppers for 2000. All right, going into it. While wearing this afro does make you look like one, it also forces you to have good sportsmanship, shown by the name of this fro. That is going to be Asphira.
Oh my god. Okay. What is clown afro?
That is incorrect. Manny or Claymore, one of y'all can still if you'd like to.
I'm good. That was my. Yeah, I think I'm gonna chill. I think I'm gonna chill.
All right. So the answer we were looking for here is who is Gigi the clown? There was-
The whole
There's no
entire-
way, bro.
Oh my god. All right.
Y'all never heard of Gigi?
I
No.
don't know who that is.
Well, I mean, I guess that is why it's the 2000 level question. All right, now we get some easier ones or maybe some harder. Asphira, you get to choose which one you like.
All right. Antennas 2,000.
Going for the 2000 again.
I need points, bro.
All right, the 2000 question here. This antenna is not
Are you-
yours. You may have the ability to equip it, but the bite in it tells you that it's someone else's piece of food. That is gonna be Asphira again.
What is toast?
Toast is incorrect. Just to let you know,
I'm-
Asphira, before you keep answering over and over, if you do not finish above positive, you are not allowed to compete in Final Jeopardy.
Oh.
So yeah, that's something to be thought about.
That's-
Manny.
What is Dave's bread?
Dave's bread is correct.
What? Yo, nah. Ain't nobody
Oh,
getting
that-
that one.
Okay,
That's a
Dave's
developer
bread?
thing,
that's
isn't it?
what I thought too.
Remembered, bro. I remembered, bro.
No, okay,
I
that is
remembered.
what I thought. That is,
Bread?
okay, hear me out. That's just what I thought too. But I was talking. Remember before this, off stream, I was talking about how me and Beef we went and played golf today. Whenever we went and played golf, I was talking about this specific question, and I just described to him what it was. I said it's literally an antenna that is just like a piece of food with a bite taken out of it, and he immediately said, "What is Dave's bread?" And I was like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "I have no idea." So it is possible to know it by some miracle, but
Damn.
It's ingrained in my brain, bro. I was scrolling through that garage menu on the PS4, bro. I
Dude,
remember.
thinking back all the way to freaking 2016 is crazy.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that is gonna go to Manny, and Manny, you get to choose what you like next.
Give me toppers for 800.
Toppers for 800. The question here. No, this hat is not worn while knocking down pins like the name suggests. It can be worn while scoring goals, though. Give me Asphira.
What is bowler?
That is the bowler hat.
Yes.
Seven getting
couldn't
some
remember
points back.
Come back.
All right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
lock in, lock in.
My God,
Go.
negative.
Let's go. Let's see. Player anthems 2000. Come on.
2000.
No one
Alrighty.
says that one yet.
Your player anthem is going to be "This song is meant to last forever," as one of our very own content creators for the game sung it along with SMLE for the Monster Cat 2021 album. Ask Fira again.
Okay. Hold on. Oh God. What is endless?
Endless is incorrect.
Yo, what?
Wait, question.
Manny,
Can I answer with the singer that did it, or do I have to do the name of the song?
it has to be the name of the song.
I'm not doing it then.
Manny.
I would.
Eternal.
Sorry, you cut out. Say that again.
What is eternal?
Eternal is correct.
That's not. I knew it. I didn't know the name. I knew it though. Oh my God.
Oh no, Manny now matching Asphira's points, but in the negatives. As the board is starting to run thin, Manny, you take control.
It's so
Limit
possible.
antennas for 400.
And as for 400, your question is going to be: this alpha item is not worth anything in game, mainly because trading is gone, but in the real world, this would be worth a lot. That is Claymore.
What is Beta Nugget?
Beta Nugget is correct, or Gold Nugget. Either one would be accepted. That is going to move Claymore up to 700 now. And you get to choose which one you like.
Let me get antenna 1600.
Antennas for 1600.
I like that one.
Don't let the
Oh my
soft and somewhat blurry exterior fool you. Those red eyes show that this death symbol is evil and ready to strike.
I have never seen that before.
I rocked this all the time when I was younger. Asphira.
What is fuzzball?
That is incorrect.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Claymore, Manny, one of y'all want to take it?
Nah.
I thought fuzzball was it. I don't know.
To be honest, Asphira, you were actually really, really close. It's
No
what is
way.
fuzzy skull?
Are you
No way.
serious? Bro, that's the same thing, bro. That's the same thing. Oh my God.
Oh no. The board is back to you.
He got done dirty.
All right. I mean, is this even possible to come back? I'm doing the math right now. It's not looking possible.
You would have to get everyone right, pretty much.
All right, bet. Let's do that.
Let me get topper 1600.
Just okay. Topper for 1600. Asphira, let's get a streak going. All right, it is. This hat is not edible. I repeat, this hat is not edible. Even if it was, it sounds like a weird type of dessert. Asphira.
What is fedora? I'll be real.
Fedora is incorrect. Manny or Claymore, one of y'all can't steal.
I don't remember.
Oh, Manny at the buzzer.
What is pork hat?
That is incorrect. Manny losing 1600 there. So Claymore, would you like to try to steal or no?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, Manny, you were so close, but I can't count it. It's not pork hat, it was pork pie. That is what describing the type of dessert. Which is actually is a real thing in England. It is in England. I know.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to try that, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna question it. All right, let's go ahead and choose.
Let me get field variants 800.
Getting the last field variant out of the way. Beckwith Park, DFH Stadium, Manfield, and Utopia Coliseum are the only 4 maps with this variant, though it makes the map chilly and it's good for hockey. Asphira.
What is snowy?
Snowy is correct.
Yes.
Asphira starting the comeback train, but let's see if it's enough. You get to choose which one you like.
Let's do player anthem 1600.
Player anthems for 1600. This song that blasts in your ears when you open the game for the first time ever, taking you to the introduction video that's interactive. Part of the Rocket League OST Volume 2, it's sure to leave an explosive impression on your ears. Asphira.
What is? Oh man, there's so many songs, but I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna just say "Breathing Underwater." That's probably not that one.
Breathing Underwater is incorrect. So Manny or
Yeah, I'm done with
Claymore,
the plus
you
side for a
can
second.
still. Yeah.
I'm good. I don't have the music on in game.
There's too many bangers, bro. Like I don't. I'm scared to choose one and be wrong.
That is
There
time.
is a lot of bangers.
That is time. So the song that blasts in your ears whenever you open the game, specifically, if you've ever gotten that little introduction video, it's called Fireworks. Or
Yes,
Fireworks.
oh, I was gonna say that. I swear I was. I swear, bro. It was either that or "Breathing Underwater," and I chose the wrong one.
Bro, I was thinking
Mm.
solar eclipses.
Yeah, that's why I
Dude.
try to give the hint of leave an explosive
Oh
impression.
my god.
Since
You
fireworks
kidding me?
are explosive. Either way, now Esfira, you do get to choose once again though.
Wow. Let's go. Player anthems 400.
Play anthems for 400.
I
Getting
got
the
lots
last
of
400 out of the way. No, the sun is not being blocked by the moon right now, but if it was, this song title would describe it perfectly, as it's one of the most popular Rocket League songs ever created by Hollywood Principal and Dr. Awkward. Manny.
What is solar eclipses?
That is
Bro, you gotta be
solar
kidding me, bro.
eclipses.
I'm actually dumb, bro. I'm actually dumb, bro. I'm actually so dumb, bro. What? Are you serious right now, bro?
Oh, I like how Manny's just like,
Oh
the only one I can
my.
think of is solar eclipses. The very next question.
That's crazy.
All right, Manny, which one would you like next? Four left.
Shit. Give me toppers 1200.
Getting the last topper out of the way. This anxious-looking fruit keeps its eyes peeled at all times to ensure no one eats it. Asphira.
What is watermelon?
That is incorrect. So Manny or Claymore? Claymore.
What is anxious watermelon?
That is also incorrect. So Manny, would you like to steal?
I would.
You would? All right. What is it?
What is nervous watermelon?
That is also incorrect. Y'all were all dodging around the answer. The answer is worried watermelon.
Oh
Really?
So close. But now Claymore falling out of it, we might not even have a final Jeopardy. if
Nah,
Claymore
I'm coming
could've
back. I
gone.
just need one question. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. We'll see it. But yeah, go ahead and choose your next one. 3
Oh, I
left.
only have 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Antennas 800.
Sounds for 800. Yeah, as long as you get one of them right, though, it would put you back in positive. So, antennas for 800, your question here. If you see this pop up in game, it may be because of the server, or it could be because of DDoSers. But this antenna won't actually make you leave the game when it quits. That is going to be Claymore.
What is disconnect?
Disconnect is correct. So getting it right back into the positives, just like he said he would. But
I'm
now,
about to say, what is my ranked lobbies?
it was so real. I still remember the day that we got to
That's
see
the-
DDoSers in our lobby yesterday when I ran into.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
so
it's
dumb.
always fun getting DDoSers. All
All
right.
right.
last
Let
two.
me get player anthems 1200.
All right, for 1200, getting the second to last question off the board. It is Where You Are is the name of this album, or the album this song is on, which makes sense why the name of the song is telling you where they are indirectly, by the name suggesting they are in multiple large towns. Asphira.
What is life is a highway?
That is incorrect.
Yo, what?
Just going for it.
Manny or
I thought you
Claymore?
had it. I
what
thought
do
you had it.
you Manny
There's
or
highways
Claymore?
in towns.
I don't think I can even guess anything remotely
I'm-
close, bro.
I'm not. No.
Alright, so that is time. The song we were looking for. So Where You Are is the album made by Throttle. And Throttle ended up singing the song Cities, which also referenced to multiple large towns. So last question of our double Jeopardy board. Player anthems for 800. I mean, I guess I went ahead and say it, but Claymore, if you'd like to, just to finish this off.
Let me grab player anthems for 800.
Who would have thought? All right. Last one before we head to Final Jeopardy, potentially, is Part of the Rocket League OST Volume 1 album, this OG player anthem helps you to soar up to the clouds. Not with boosts, but with these instead holy dings. Yeah, I kind of worded that wrongly, but
I'm not.
Asphira.
What is Rise?
Rise is incorrect.
Oh, I don't.
All right, Manny or Claymore, one of y'all can steal if you'd like.
Not.
That is time. So not many fans of our player anthems instead. This one is Angel Wings, one of the very first ever songs introduced.
Wait, if I would have said Wings, would I have gotten it right?
I would have had to technically accept Angel Wings. Wings is a little, it was too broad. All right, but after our final question on the Double Jeopardy board, our 3 players, Manny in first place with 2,800, Claymore falling behind with only 300, and then Asphira, I'm sorry, but we have to say goodbye to you for Final Jeopardy as you finish with negative 12,400. Is there anything you'd like to say before we head to Final Jeopardy?
No.
No.
Thanks for having me.
No, all good. I mean,
that's about all I got.
No, we appreciate you joining. Okay, this is all for fun, so
had him in the first half.
You were looking really good. The Double Jeopardy board just it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
but you're more than welcome to stay around if you want. If not, you're more than welcome to leave. But
I'll tune in. I'll tune in.
All right. But as we get into our Final Jeopardy, before our break, I will go ahead and announce the category that is for this for Final Jeopardy. And both Claymore and Manny, you will DM me how much you want to wager based on the category. Your category for Final Jeopardy is going to be legendary caster calls. So I'm going to give a quote that a caster said at an event, and you have to tell me the caster that said that. Call him Mr. Physics. He bends reality to his will. Was said by this caster after an insane goal by Zen in the semifinals of 22-23 Worlds versus K-Corp. All right, your answer, Claymore, was who is Jorby, which is the correct answer. And you ended up wagering 300 points, taking your total to 600. So Manny now in the driver's seat. He's up by a lot, but see how much he wagered and if he got the question right or wrong as well. Manny ended up putting just Jorby, which even though Jorby is right, did not get formed in the matter of a question, so I cannot count that right, meaning he will lose 1,300 points. So that will bring his total down to 1,500. And even though it was a valiant try from our players, Manny LR is our winner for this show. Congrats to Manny.